Coming up on Torrance Today, it's Election Day and vote centers are open late throughout the city so you can make your voice heard. Our local Salvation Army branch needs your help now more than ever as we approach the holidays. And Team Torrance wins a Special Olympics tournament. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Kirk Lyons. It's 4 p.m. on Tuesday, November 8th. I hope your week is running smoothly. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. Election Day is here, and for many Torrance residents, that means heading to the polls and casting their votes in person.
It's fun to come down and actually see the poll workers, and I don't know, I just you feel closer to the voting process. It's nice that you get to review it, and there's a backup paper. I just had time, so I wasn't in a rush, so it's just I usually try to vote in person.
I really like being able to go, do it myself, just put my paper in the machine, see it go in, so it's like a confirmation for me.
I was really surprised I couldn't find a parking space here, seeing that the polling area is very busy compared to what I've seen in previous elections. So it's good to see that people are deciding to vote with their feet, as we'd say.
If you have yet to vote, there's still time. The polls will stay open tonight until 9 p.m. There are 4 voting locations in Torrance. They are the D. Hardison Sports Center, located at 2400 Jefferson Street, the George Nakano Theater at 3330 Civic Center Drive North, the McMaster Park Campus at 3624 Artesia Boulevard, and Walteria Park, located at 3855 West 242nd Street. You can also drop off your ballots at the drop box located between the Katie Geisert Civic Center Library and the city's Human Resources Building. Every vote counts, so let's get out there and make our voices heard. Veterans Day is on Friday, but all week long we are celebrating the men and women who've served our country as part of Veterans Appreciation Week.
Hello, I'm Torrance Mayor George Chen. Veterans Day falls on a Friday this year, but we want to honor our military heroes all week through this special program.
There's just so much that we owe a veteran, for those that died in service to our country, and they gave a huge sacrifice, but also those that are still living and having to live with the trauma that they suffered every day over there in the midst of just ugly war, death, and the things that they did for us to give us what we have now. I wake up every day in the morning, I say, I'm in a free country, I can get up and do whatever I want to do, and we thank a veteran.
City Cable prepared a special 20-minute virtual program to show our appreciation to our brave men and women. The full video airs at 1:30 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. on City Cable and is also online right now on the city's Facebook and YouTube pages. The virtual program features Mayor George Chen, Social Services Commission Chair Bill Reynolds, World War II veteran Leon Silverman, and many of our community members. Each of them share personal sentiments of appreciation for our local heroes. And to all of our veterans, thank you so much for your service. There is a virtual community workshop taking place tomorrow night regarding our city's developing seismic retrofit program. Torrance is located in a geographical area prone to high seismic activity due to its proximity to earthquake faults. Because of this, there are older, potentially at-risk buildings within the city that are a concern because they were built based on outdated design standards. In the near future, City Council will consider adopting mandatory ordinances to require the evaluation and retrofit of specific building types. In the meantime, the Community Development Department will host both in-person and virtual workshops regarding the high-risk buildings. Tomorrow's workshop will address wood frame buildings with soft, weak, or open front walls. These buildings are characterized by first stories that are weaker and more flexible than the stories above due to a lack of walls or frames on the first floor. The buildings in question were designed prior to the 1980s and are characterized by large open areas used for either tuck-under parking or commercial space. Tomorrow's virtual workshop takes place from 6 to 8 p.m., but there will also be subsequent workshops, both virtual and in person, addressing the other high-risk, at-risk building types. For more information on how to attend any of the meetings, visit our city's website. The Salvation Army of Torrance and the families it serves need your help.
Our shelves over at our pantry are getting a little bare, and especially this time of year, it becomes more apparent for families and for individuals that need food and they just don't have it. So we need your help. And Torrance and the surrounding communities are always very generous, and we're so thankful for everybody that is able to give some food or some money to help us feed people in need. We average around 800 to 900 people every month, and this year we've served well over 10,000 people just with food assistance. So there's a great need. There's thousands of people, men, women, and children that need help, and they'll go without food if we're not able to provide something for them. But people were really generous.
Captain O'Brien reminds us to please donate only bottled, boxed, canned, and jarred items. Water, cereals, pasta, canned vegetables and meats, and jarred sauces are all perfect offerings. You can drop them off anytime between 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. at the Salvation Army of Torrance, located at 4223 Emerald Street. He says every little bit helps and no donation is too small. Thanksgiving is a time to reflect on what we're thankful for, and the El Ranchero Library is helping to make that process even more meaningful.
I am here today at the El Ranchero Library in front of our thankful tree. We are glad to be open to the community, and we're inviting everyone into the library to pick a leaf, decorate it, and say what you're thankful for and hang it on our thankful tree. We are so happy that we have opened again to the public here at the El Ranchero Library. We are thankful for all our visitors, and we welcome you back in. So people have been writing messages of thanks for their family, for their good health, especially for the library and also for friends. And a lot of people are just thankful for the air we breathe and the earth.
If you would like to add a leaf to the thankful tree, you can stop by anytime the library is open throughout the month of November. It is located at 126 Vista del Parque. For library hours, you can visit library.torranceca.gov. Enjoy a quick and delicious meal while at the same time raising money for a great local cause. The Torrance Rose Float Association is holding another Restaurants for Roses fundraising event. This time it's at Chipotle. Tomorrow from 4 to 8 p.m., simply present the flyer you see on your screen at time of purchase, and 33% of the sales during that time will be donated toward our city's participation in the Tournament of Roses Parade. Chipotle is located at 21300 Hawthorne Boulevard, Suite A. Any online orders can utilize the code printed on the flyer, but remember, the event only runs from 4 to 8, so time your dinner accordingly. To download a copy of the flyer, go to torrancerosefloat.org/restaurants-4-roses. The Torrance City Council meets tonight to conduct city business. Resolutions will be read honoring 6 police officers retiring from the Torrance Police Department. Together, they contributed more than a century of service. A couple of proclamations will be read declaring November 10th as Youth Celebration Day and the month of November as Education Foundation Month in the City of Torrance. And the city manager will recommend that City Council accept and file the Downtown Torrance Association update and approve funding to establish a downtown business improvement district. The public is invited to the council chambers tonight at 6:30 p.m. at 3031 Torrance Boulevard. Virtual participation continues to be an option. You can send an email to the meeting to councilmeetingpubliccomment@torranceca.gov. You can watch the meeting live on our website, YouTube, and of course right here on Torrance City Cable. Another Torrance athletic team has reached the medal stand. This time it was our adaptive recreation program softball team, the Marvels, who took 3rd place in a Special Olympics regional tournament this past Saturday in Southgate. The Marvels played 2 games. After a tight loss to a team in a higher division, they bounced back to win the bronze medal game. A big thank you to our city's Parks and Recreation staff, as well as program staff for their unending support of our team and for these pictures. The Marvels head to San Diego next for a multi-day state competition. Congratulations to the Marvels and their coaches, and good luck in San Diego. Still ahead, it's Time Capsule Tuesday. We'll tell you about a Torrance Youth Council tradition that has spanned 50 years when we come back in 60 seconds.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
The Dutch. Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Time Capsule Tuesday, we bring you a story that starts more than 5 decades ago and continues with its next chapter this Thursday.
So 26 years ago, back in 1996, the Youth Council at the time unearthed a time capsule from 25 years prior. This Thursday, we will be unearthing the time capsule that was placed in the ground in 1996, August of 1996. We met with the Historical Society and they let us know that it might be best to unearth it and open the contents prior to the event just for safety. We don't know what was in it, what kind of state all the items were in. So we unearthed it and opened the contents about last week. We were able to salvage a few of the items, which we will display at Thursday's event. There were a couple t-shirts, news articles from things that were current in 1996. We actually found a bag of Disney toys, little Disney trinkets that survived, so it was one of the staff members. And the most unique part, I think, that survived that will be able to be seen on Thursday is all the Youth Council signed the time capsule itself. So all their signatures remained intact, and some of them wrote little notes from 1996 that survived the 26 years underground. So those will all be on display on Thursday to see.
The Youth Council drew a map of where they buried the time capsule at Delthorne Park. Its location will be the site of an event where city officials, member of the 96 Youth Council, and members of this year's council will view the items, share their thoughts on the past 26 years, and bury a new time capsule to be opened 25 years from now. If you are interested in taking part in the event, it takes place at Delthorne Park on Thursday beginning at 10 a.m. The site of the uncovering is in the middle of the park by the bridge. Everybody is welcome, but seating is limited. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great day.